Fatty liver disease is a growing epidemic, affecting up to 25% of people globally. It occurs when too much fat accumulates in the liver, initially causing no obvious symptoms. Now, while having some fat in your liver is normal, when it starts to make up more than 5 to 10% of your liver's weight, it becomes a serious problem. If left unchecked, this excess fat buildup can lead to serious problems like cirrhosis, liver cancer, and complete liver failure. What makes it even more dangerous is that fatty liver disease rarely occurs in isolation. Its development and progression is closely connected to other chronic diseases like type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and kidney problems. Now, genetics may play a role in the development of fatty liver disease, but the truth of the matter is that our modern lifestyles and poor nutritional choices are the primary drivers of fatty liver disease. So in this video, I'll discuss the 8 absolute worst foods for your liver that you should limit or eliminate from your diet. Now, there are some usual suspects on this list, but there are also some that I believe may surprise you. First food on my list is fried foods. Crispy, crunchy, and satisfying. It's no wonder fried foods are a beloved staple in many people's diets. However, indulging in too many French fries, fried chicken, donuts, and other deep fried foods is a surefire way to accelerate fatty liver disease. Now, the main problem with fried foods is that they soak up a tremendous amount of oil during the deep frying process. Foods are essentially submerged in a vat of hot oil, causing them to absorb far more fat than they would with other cooking methods. Now, not only does this dramatically increase the calorie density of the final product and promoting weight gain, but the oil used for frying is often one of the unhealthy vegetable oils like soybean or canola oil. When exposed to such high heat for frying, these unstable oils oxidize and produce a barrage of harmful byproducts. Consuming fried foods cooked in these oils exposes your liver to these damaging compounds, increasing oxidative stress and inflammation. Additionally, fried foods contain high levels of advanced glycation end products, or AGEs as we call them for short. Now, these are toxins formed when sugars interact with proteins or fats under high heat. Studies show that these dietary AGEs are positively associated with insulin resistance, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease incidence, and severity of liver fibrosis. Fried foods are also often coated in refined flour or breadcrumbs, adding more refined carbohydrates to the mix. Now, this combination of high fat, high carb content can exacerbate insulin resistance, prompting the liver to produce and store more fat. Skipping these items or using healthier cooking methods such as baking, grilling, steaming, or sauteing with a small amount of healthy oil like olive or avocado oil is highly advisable for fatty liver prevention and management. Number 2, sugary drinks. Consuming sugary drinks such as sodas, sweetened coffees, energy drinks, and fruit juices with added sugars can significantly contribute to the development of fatty liver disease. These beverages contain high levels of fructose, which is a type of sugar that possesses a particular threat to the liver. Upon consumption, the fructose in these drinks is rapidly absorbed and delivered to the liver. Now, unlike glucose, which can be utilized by most cells in the body, fructose can only be processed by the liver. This places a substantial metabolic burden on the liver, leading to a heightened fat production. Over time, this process can ultimately lead to the onset of fatty liver disease. And numerous studies have shown a strong link between sugary drink consumption and the development of fatty liver. For example, a comprehensive review and meta-analysis from 12 studies involving 35,705 participants revealed a significant association between the consumption of sugar-sweetened beverages and an increased risk of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, with a 1.39 times higher likelihood of developing the disease. Furthermore, the study found that the risk of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease increased in a dose-dependent manner. Low consumption of sugar-sweetened beverages, which they defined as less than 1 cup per week, was linked to a 14% increase in risk. Moderate consumption, which is 1 to 6 cups per week, raised the risk by 26%. And high consumption, which they define as 7 or more cups per week, escalated the risk by 53%. Sugary drinks contribute not only to liver fat but also to the overall weight gain and obesity, both of which are risk factors for fatty liver disease. Additionally, high sugar intake can lead to insulin resistance, another key factor in the development of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Insulin resistance means that your body cells do not respond effectively to insulin, causing higher blood sugar levels and prompting the liver to convert more sugar into fat. So it goes without saying that to protect your liver and overall health, it's crucial to limit or eliminate sugary drinks from your diet. Opt for healthier alternatives like water, unsweetened herbal teas, or infused water with slices of fresh fruit. These choices not only quench your thirst, but also support better liver function and reduce the risk of developing fatty liver disease. Number 3, refined carbohydrates. Refined carbohydrates like white bread, pastries, white rice, and many breakfast cereals are a major dietary culprit when it comes to fatty liver disease. These processed grains have had their fiber and nutrient-rich outer layers stripped away during manufacturing. What's left are carbohydrates in their most concentrated, rapidly digestible form. When you eat these refined carbs, they get broken down into glucose extremely quickly and flood your bloodstream with sugar. Now, your body isn't equipped to handle these massive sugar spikes. Any glucose not immediately used for energy has to be removed from the body by your liver. The liver takes up this excess glucose and metabolizes it into fat to be stored in the liver cells themselves. Making matters worse, refined carbs lack the fiber in whole grains, which promotes feeling of fullness. This can lead to overeating of these problematic refined carb sources, compounding the risk of fatty liver disease. Now, sticking to high fiber, minimally processed complex carbohydrates such as whole grains, vegetables, fruits, and legumes is a much better choice. These foods provide sustained energy without causing spikes in blood sugar levels, which can lead to insulin resistance and fat storage. The next food is salty snacks. While they may seem like an innocent indulgence, salty snacks like chips, crackers, and pretzels can be extremely detrimental for those with fatty liver disease. These crispy, crunchy treats are often fried in unhealthy oils and loaded with refined carbs, sodium, and additives. Now let's start with the fats they are cooked in. Many salty snacks utilize highly processed seed oils like soybean, corn, or sunflower oil for frying. These oils are extremely high in pro-inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids that can contribute to oxidative stress and fat accumulation in the liver. Then there's the refined carb content from the white flour or potato starch bases. As mentioned earlier, these rapidly digestible starches can spike blood sugar and insulin levels, promoting insulin resistance over time. But arguably, the biggest pitfall is the excessive sodium content. A single serving of some salty snacks can contain well over 25% of the recommended daily sodium intake. All that sodium puts an extra burden on the liver and the kidneys. Now granted, your body definitely needs some salt or sodium to function. However, excess sodium intake has been linked to increased risks of obesity, fatty liver disease, and progressive liver fibrosis. One study found that middle-aged adults who consumed a high sodium diet had a 63% greater risk of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease compared to those on a low sodium diet. Beyond just the salt itself, many salty snack products also contain other concerning additives like trans fats, artificial colors or flavors, or preservatives. These extra ingredients could potentially amplify inflammatory stress and cellular dysfunction in the liver. Consistently overdoing it on salty snacks is a recipe for accelerating fatty liver disease. Now, the occasional salty snack isn't the end of the world, but for those with fatty livers, it's best to strictly limit portion sizes or look for healthier baked snack alternatives with better fats, less sodium, and simple ingredients. Number 5, alcoholic beverages. While technically not a food, alcohol deserves a special dishonorable mention as one of the most damaging substances you can put into your body when it comes to fatty liver disease. Alcoholic beverages, including beer, wine, and spirits, are well-known culprits in the development and worsening of fatty liver disease. Alcohol has a direct and damaging effect on the liver, making it a significant risk for both alcoholic fatty liver disease and non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. When you consume alcohol, it is metabolized by the liver, which prioritizes breaking down alcohol over other metabolic processes. This metabolism produces toxic byproducts such as acetaldehyde, which can cause liver cell damage and inflammation. Over time, consistent alcohol consumption leads to the accumulation of fat in liver cells, a condition known as steatosis, or simply put, fatty liver. Even moderate alcohol intake can exacerbate existing fatty liver conditions and accelerate the progression of fatty liver disease to more severe forms such as alcoholic hepatitis, fibrosis, and cirrhosis. The relationship between alcohol consumption and fatty liver disease is well documented. Studies have shown that heavy and regular drinking significantly increases the risk of liver damage. For instance, research published in the British Medical Journal found that even low levels of alcohol consumption could worsen liver health in individuals with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. In addition to direct liver damage, alcoholic beverages are often high in calories and can contribute to weight gain, another major risk factor for fatty liver disease. The type of alcohol consumed can also play a role. Beer and sweetened cocktails contain not only alcohol, but also additional sugars and carbohydrates, which can further contribute to liver fat accumulation. This combination of alcohol and sugar can be particularly harmful to liver health. To make matters worse, alcohol also depletes stores of vital nutrients like vitamin A, zinc, and antioxidants that the liver needs to protect against disease progression. So for those looking to prevent or reverse a fatty liver, it's best to severely limit alcohol intake or avoid it altogether if possible. The next food, trans fats. Now when it comes to liver damaging foods, trans fats are public enemy number one. These artificially produced fats are formed through an industrial process called hydrogenation that makes them solid at room temperature and gives them a longer shelf life. However, this process also creates a dangerous fat that is completely unnatural and extremely difficult for your body to break down and metabolize properly. Trans fats end up accumulating in the liver, where they disrupt normal liver metabolism and promote intense inflammation and oxidative stress. Over time, this toxic combination of fat buildup and excessive oxidative stress leads to liver injury and permanent scarring, known as cirrhosis. Research even links trans fat consumption to development of liver cancer down the road. Unlike other fats, there is no safe level of trans fat consumption. Any amount can be hazardous for the liver and overall health. The main sources are fried foods like French fries, fried chicken, and donuts that are cooked in partially hydrogenated oils. But they also sneak into baked goods, margarine, microwave popcorn, and some packaged snacks. Food manufacturers have been removing trans fats in recent years due to increased awareness of their harmful effects. But you still need to be a vigilant label reader to ensure that no trans fats make it into your favorite packaged products, especially since some manufacturers use deceptive descriptions such as partially hydrogenated fats and avoid saying the real thing as contains trans fats. Avoiding this worst offender completely is one of the best ways to protect your liver. Number 7, unhealthy vegetable oils. Oils like soybean, corn, canola, sunflower, and safflower are highly refined and go through excessive processing to extend their shelf life. This refinement strips away any natural antioxidants originally present, leaving these oils very unstable and prone to oxidation and rancidity, especially when exposed to heat for cooking. This produces harmful oxidation byproducts that cause inflammation and oxidative stress in the liver. What's more, these vegetable oils are extremely high in omega-6 polyunsaturated fatty acids. Now, while we need some omega-6s, the typical modern diet provides way too many compared to anti-inflammatory omega-3s. This lopsided ratio promotes systemic inflammation that can further contribute to fat accumulation and liver damage over time. Now, due to their low cost, vegetable oils are very common in processed foods, fried foods from restaurants, and in many homes for cooking. However, their negative effects on liver health make them some of the worst oil options to consume frequently. Instead, opt for using more stable fats like avocado oil and extra virgin olive oil for cooking and preparation of foods. Their chemical structures are much more resistant to oxidation and don't produce nearly as many toxic byproducts. Number 8, processed meats. While we often get warned about the heart disease and cancer risk of processed meats like bacon, sausages, deli meats, and hot dogs, their impact on liver health is frequently overlooked. These cured, smoked, and salted meat products are extremely high in saturated fat, sodium, and preservatives, a triple whammy for taxing your liver's metabolic capabilities. Let's start with the saturated fat issue. Processed meats can be as much as 50% fat by calories, with a significant portion coming from saturated sources like beef fat. Too much saturated fat intake has been shown to promote fat deposition in the liver over time. In addition to saturated fats, processed meats contain preservatives like nitrates and nitrites, which are used to enhance flavor, color, and shelf life. Now, these chemicals can have adverse effects on liver health, potentially leading to inflammation and increased oxidative stress. Processed meats are also notoriously high in sodium, which can lead to water retention and increased blood pressure. High sodium intake can stress the liver and kidneys, complicating the management of fatty liver disease. So while an occasional hot dog or a slice of bacon as a treat is unlikely to cause issues, frequently relying on processed meat products turbocharges your risk of fatty liver disease through multiple pathways. Instead, choose healthier protein sources such as lean meats, poultry, fish, legumes, and plant-based proteins. Sincerely hope you found some value in this video. If you did, give us a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Stay blessed and catch you on the next video.